So you want to get rich on LinkedIn? How's it, guys? We are back this week with how to grow your business on LinkedIn. Now, there are 300 million professionals on LinkedIn. Most recruiters use it every single day of their life. Top executives are on the platform. So we have to embrace LinkedIn as a possible opportunity to grow our businesses and ensure that we are with it in terms of what the market is looking for. How do people reach us? How do people get hold of us if they want to buy our service? So step one is making sure that your profile is complete, people. LinkedIn has got a great tool offering. It shows exactly what it means to be complete, and go the extra mile. Go and do some research. Make sure that your profile is at its maximum level. You got a nice picture, professional, not like the banner that I just used in the video, but actually make sure that your picture represents you as an individual. You've got an effective banner, you've got your labeling, your branding, you've got how do people contact you on your banner so that people can immediately look at your profile and go, yes, I want that business, I want that offering, I want that service. This is how to contact these individuals. In terms of your description, look at your description and don't just put a one-liner, but actually describe exactly what it is. And then go through all of your experience details, what you want to prioritize on your profile, and make sure that your profile is sorted, and then start building your follower base. But we'll get into, guys, I'm not going to get into the detail in terms of creating an awesome banner image, in terms of awesome pictures. Go to canva.com, go to remove background image in terms of a search online. Get your background removed, put it in a cool color, and make sure that your banner and your picture represent you, represent your business. Make sure it's in line with what it is that you're trying to represent. So like I said before, the banner that I used earlier, that's not necessarily appropriate for LinkedIn unless you are a designer or a party planner or something kind of very creative. But in terms of professionalism, making sure that your picture is in line with you and what you represent, very important. But Canva is the one tool, remove background image is the other tool. So go ahead, find those tools and utilize them effectively. One of the hardest things that people are asking right now is, what do I post on LinkedIn? What do I post? You cannot post pictures of your cat. You cannot post funny pictures. You cannot post arbitrary dance moves, all right? If you're a banker and you're posting dance moves, there is a mismatch between what you're selling and what you are posting onto LinkedIn. This isn't Salvador Dali. We're not trying to juxtapose our positioning with our product. We're trying to align the two together in terms of ensuring that people know my post is relevant to what I offer. So the other day I was looking at a sales life cycle that's relevant to me. I'm very into sales. I offer sales training. So sales is going to be something that I'm going to be attracted towards. Now, you could turn around and say, but then you're stealing my ideas, you're stealing my principles, you're stealing my IP. Well, am I really? Because looking at an article and gaining knowledge over a long period of time in order to become an expert in that specific space is not one article, okay? I'm not going to be able to steal an entire principle or somebody's offering off of one basic article. You know, if anything, I'm going to look at that person, I'm going to go, wow, they're also experts in sales. When I'm not available to give training, somebody else is going to be able to take on that role. Maybe this is that person. Or I'm going to look at it and say, well, I'm actually not a sales trainer and I need sales training within my organization. This person is the right person to use because they're offering valuable insight in terms of the industry. And that could be for absolutely anything. If it's banking and you're sharing knowledge about how to cover your insurance, or I don't know, whatever the space is within banking, but I'm going to move straight away from that example. The point is that you have to offer relevant knowledge to your market. And I think the rule of thumb is 3 pieces of information that offer something to your market that you give away so that they gain value from following you in the first place, to 1 piece that is a pull strategy and attraction to you. So an advert, in other words, only 1 advert, 3 pieces of information that you are offering for free to your market, and you're going to do that. And there's loads of value to that, guys. I started this YouTube channel to create good, valuable content to my followers. All right, that is why I started this thing. But there's so much other value I get from this. I don't worry about views. I don't worry about likes. This is a passion project for me. I am here to think, I'm here to learn, and I'm here to share that knowledge with other people. So every time I create one of these, I'm gaining knowledge. What an absolute win this channel has become for me, because I gain more knowledge every time I do this. So, and that's sometimes what it's about, is also enriching yourself and gaining knowledge for yourself in terms of what you're putting out there. So do quality, get quality, relevant product out there, or content out there, and then that way you learn as well. All right, so content, make it relevant, 3 to 1, and make sure that you're always giving something back to your followers so that they keep following you. Now that we have an idea of what to post, we need to ask, well, what works best? All right, so we've got an idea. Yes, we need to post relevant content, but how do we go about doing that and asking ourselves, well, what works best? Now, I can tell you from experience, and what I've seen is things like, which cell phone is the best, iPhone or Samsung? That's going to get you a ton of questions, a ton of comments, a ton of interactions, and you're going to get loads of impressions, and it's going to be great and whatever. But the reality is, do we even want that kind of stuff on our profile? Do we want that kind of attraction to our profile? Because all it is doing is getting a bunch of people who care about Samsungs and iPhones to our profile, which might not necessarily be. I mean, if you're selling Samsung or iPhones, cool, that's great. But if you're not, why do you want it there? Why do you want people that care about this particular content to your profile? Because it's not relevant to your offering. Like for me, I don't want 90%, if not 100% of those people connecting to me, because it's just not relevant to my content on any level. So on the one side, and leave a comment below if you believe differently, on the one side, you're gonna have a lot of interaction and a lot of impressions. So, you know, the common saying is no publicity is bad publicity. My attitude is I want relevant people connecting to me, not irrelevant people connecting to me. So this could be people in a different time zone, in a different continent, in a different, so I just don't agree with that method. But again, if you have different experiences and you feel like, you know, the more the merrier on every level possible, then that's cool too. All right, so what works? What works on LinkedIn is polls. Polls are power, okay? Polls are power. Why? Because LinkedIn recognizes a poll as being an interaction. So whenever somebody votes on your poll, it sees it as an interaction with that, and you get more impressions. So often it doesn't matter how many followers you have, it matters how many impressions you're getting, as per YouTube videos, as per any algorithm actually out there at the moment. The more impressions you get, the more likely people are to see your content in the first place. So polls get so much content view because they're seen as being interacted with, and that keeps people on the website, and anything that keeps people on the website is something that is going to be driven by the website algorithm. So polls are power, and you should definitely use them in terms of your business. But on polls, you need to think about how the poll works. So is my cat beautiful? Yes, no. Again, not relevant to your business. In the case of sales, is your sales team achieving its objectives? Yes, no. You know, that could be an advertising strategy, etc., etc. So just think about how you structure your polls, and what question you're asking. Is it relevant to your target audience? Is it something that people are interested in generally as well? So as much as there's an element of I don't want nonsense on my profile, I also want to engage my audience in a way that actually encourages them to engage with me. So it's a give and take in terms of polls. Live stream, right? Live stream is amazing. Okay, a live stream for me right now is the new sales pitch. It's the new sales presentation. It is the way you get into live stream. Average videos for me is around 100 to 200 views per video, which means I'm getting 200 potential sales presentations out per video. So that's different from a YouTube video like this one. If I post a YouTube video on my LinkedIn, I know I'm not going to get a lot of reach out of that. Why? Because it pulls people off of the website, and anything that does that, any links pulls people off of the website, is going to get less reach than a live stream, which not only says, hey, Brian is live right now, it also says, and actually attracts people. It also gets reposted, which then gets a whole lot of traction. And as people like it, comment on it, follow it, you just get all that interaction. So live stream, people, it's power, do it. Videos as well. Videos generally, as long as they're actually on the website, so uploaded to LinkedIn as opposed to pulling people off of LinkedIn, power. You're going to get a lot of reach out of that. And obviously keep them short, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. You want people to actually have a chance to see it, but get to the point quickly. That's the type of content that works at the moment. Content that helps people. Videos, polls, and live streams are my 3 biggest suggestions in terms of what is working on LinkedIn right now. Consistency. My recommendation in terms of growing your network is allocate a time, all right? Allocate either 7 to 8 in the morning, 9 to 10 at night, whatever it is, allocate a specific time to growing your network. You're allowed on LinkedIn to invite 20 people per day is common knowledge. Otherwise, about 100 per week. And if you hit 100, then you leave it for 3 to 4 days and you can hit another 100. So maybe a little bit less than a week, but otherwise 20 a day. Be consistent about it, but also spend the time making sure that the people that you're inviting are relevant to your market. They're targeted audiences, because otherwise, if you're only inviting, let's say you're inviting 20 people per day, 10 of them are not relevant to your market, you've just lost 50% of your reach, because you've just invited 50% of the people that aren't going to be relevant to your target. So you're targeting no one there. So 50% of your business gone. So make sure that you are inviting relevant people to your product service offering, and that they are going to be active respondents in terms of that. All right. The other thing is, in terms of your posting, make sure that you're posting hashtags, no more than 4 per post, because this gives you your maximum reach. And again, once you run out of connections, you've got to post the relevant content. But that's how you're going to do it. And it's just about building up and building up and building up. And before you know it, you've got 1,000 connections. The next you've got 10,000 connections. So just keep building and keep chugging along. It will happen as long as you maintain consistency. My next piece of advice is groups. Groups on LinkedIn. Some groups have as many as 1 million contacts connected to those groups. Now, groups on LinkedIn aren't as effective as Facebook, all right, because they don't come up on your feed. However, they are being utilized by certain pockets of the market quite effectively. So if you're going to grow your network and grow your business, you have to be posting consistently. Again, consistency on groups. Groups can be, some of the groups have 1 million connections on them. 1 million people that you can target on one single post. If that isn't worth your time, then you have to start questioning what is worth your time, and how else can you reach 1 million people for free with one single interaction. There's just nothing out there, to be honest. So groups, use them. They might seem ineffective at first, but if you can generate 1 lead from it, it costs you nothing. It costs you nothing. Generate, grow your business, grow your group, and even create a group that's relevant to your target industry, because that way you can start to invite people to it and actually enable interactions within that group context that'll drive more business to your business. Lastly, guys, interact with your market on a personal level. If you're hoping to grow your market on LinkedIn, you're going to want to interact personally. You're going to want to engage your market, comment on their posts, comment on and personally comment. Don't just spam people. Nobody wants to be spammed. Send messages that are relevant to people. I'm not a big fan of congrats on the promotion or happy birthday, I must be honest. I've got 11,000 followers. My birthday is a freaking nightmare for me because I have to say thank you to about 4,000 people that click happy birthday, and I have to click happy thank you back. Not a big fan of that. What I am a big fan of is somebody that sends a letter to me or sends a message to me saying, I've seen your content, I've seen your stuff, I think I can help you in this regard with, I've had messages regarding the YouTube channel, and I've definitely thought about that. I'm like, cool, do you want to help me with my YouTube channel and help me grow? Absolutely, that's something I need. Great. I've looked at your content, I've engaged with what you're putting out there, and I think I can either use your service or I can help you grow your business. In my business, which is sales training, I offer referral fees to people. So if anybody wants to or has a customer that knows that they need sales training and they want a referral, great. Let me interact with you. So be personal with people. Nobody wants to be spammed with emails or spammed with messages that are just adverts. No one wants that. They want personal interaction. I can help you. I've seen this post. I know that you're looking for this something. Let me help you with this particular problem that you've got. And if you do that, you're going to grow your business second to none. Guys, that's everything I have for you today in terms of growing your business on LinkedIn. I hope this was helpful. If it was, leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Or not, whatever. Like I said, to me, I do this mainly for a learning exercise. If you don't do it, it's absolutely fine. But hopefully you got something out of the channel today, and I hope your businesses grow. Guys, until next time, ciao for now.